Welcome to 50 Plus Home and Gardening. This is the week we have 10 spring chores that we want to get done. So let's list them off. Number 1 is to get all your seed packets out and in the ground. These are some of the seeds that I'm working with this year. I've already got planted out all my dianthus, which I planted in the house. Marigolds I planted in the house. The tomatoes I planted in the house early in March. Snapdragons I planted in the jugs outside. The sweet peppers I planted outside in a cloche. And then I just put these in because these are cool weather. So I got beets, radishes, chives, lettuce, and some heat wave lettuce that I already stuck in. And Jeffrey has been working on the broccoli and the bok choy, which is also cool weather. So I've already gotten those in, and we're going to save the rest of these seed packets for the fall. You can always do another crop in the fall, including your lettuces if you want, and the radishes are very short-lived, so you can do those. So some of these products you can do early, not these. These are all for hot weather, and they need a long period. So for right now, all I have left to put out is basil, sunflowers, some green beans, carrots, and I think Jeffrey did a squash, and these are quite big, so I may do one in a pot. Number 2, take out the plants that you had from seeds or anything you bought in the garden centers and get them in the ground. Here are the plants that I have from seed that I had inside, and I've brought them out. Some marigolds, snapdragons, more tomatoes. Everything is outside now, and I'm going to plant them up. And there's the rest of the tomatoes. I have lots of tomatoes for this year, but we're going to get them all out. Don't forget to rinse all of your pot containers and let them dry out, and then restore them for next year's seed. Look what I found when I was just watering. My word, it's so awesome. Look at all the lettuce growing. And what is that? Oh, a radish. So fun. Absolutely look in your gardens for food. It's so wonderful. Look at that deep, dark lettuce. More lettuce. Oh my goodness, look at all the strawberries. Okay, I digress. Number 3, pull weeds and deadhead perennials and trees, anything that was damaged from the winter, and get those cut. Take care of all the weeds first before you start planting a bed. And then mulch really helps. Here's a camellia bush that has several burns from the freezing temperatures this year. So just going to cut them off. Get rid of spent blooms while it's cool, because they'll just get out of control in the summer. Deadhead as many perennials as you can before the season starts with summer, so you don't have to worry about those. Get those taken care of. Number 4, put rocks around daffodils, tulips, crocuses, any bulbs, so that you can remember where they are all season. Put rocks by all your daffodils, tulips, anything that's going to come back, so that you won't plant around and disturb their roots. for the rest of the year. In case you put something in, you'll know exactly where they are just by putting the rocks around, and you'll know this is where they are. I've got some rocks here, and there's a big rock that tells me don't plant there. Number 5, fertilize. I use 3 different kind of fertilizers, but I do use Miracle-Gro through the season for mostly plants that have flowers, and strawberries, things that produce something. Miracle-Gro is not organic or anything, but I really like it because it's kind of a simple use, water soluble, but there's a lot of water soluble types out there. The other 2 fertilizers I use are based on my dirt samples that I gave and sent out to a lab, and I had it tested. My dirt was only lacking bone meal, and so I decided to get a huge 20-pound bag of bone meal from Espoma, and that is organic, and I really like that. I also got blood meal from Espoma. I only use that very rarely, and that is if you have really lime leaves that are not supposed to normally be lime. I know there's a lot of different plants that are now have a lime tint, but if you know that it looks sick and it's not supposed to be limey, I do use the blood meal very sparingly, but maybe a teaspoon on that plant, and I water it in. That is all. So those are the 3 I use. Number 6, bug spray and prevention. Get rid of the bad guys. Let's go through all the bug prevention that I have. I don't use too many things, but I do have a few bugs that annoy me. If they don't annoy you, just leave them alone. But I like things kind of out of my way. So let's just start with this first. So this fly trap, I'm not sure what's in it, but it smells like dead animal. But basically, all you do is you cut around here with the scissors, and you get to fill water to this line, and then the stuff that's inside starts to smell like dead animal. And let me tell you, this whole thing will fill up with flies. I do have cows around me, so I try to keep the flies down. So I know flies do other things that are good, but believe me, there's plenty of flies to go around. So this I just keep around the house. I don't keep it by the door, but I keep it closer to the house so that it gets rid of the flies close by. I've made this hook permanent on the house so that I can place this fly trap. The second thing I like to put out is the Japanese beetle trap. It works for me. Some people it doesn't work for. It has all the instructions included. It comes with a bag. The lure is what is the thing that's attracting them. And then you have to hang it up afterwards. So it's got all these instructions to hang it up. It looks kind of like a kite flying. And I like it. If you're in the South, I don't know, kind of necessary. The other product I use that I actually love, I always call this the orange box, called Taro, if you forget. But this you can use around animals. I have used it in the house and outside. There's no poison. I think it's borax and sugar. So basically, all you do is hold it upright, and you just cut it with regular scissors right there. Bing. And once that's cut off, you leave it. So if I had an ant problem right there, I would just leave it kind of right into there, and thousands of ants will go in there, and what they do is they take all this borax and they bring it back to their home, and then pretty soon they have killed the whole colony. The next things that I use are 2 outside things. I have slugs. Slugs eat your leaves, and they kind of leave a slimy trail around your plants. And that's how you know that you have slugs. So there'll be like a trail all over. It looks slick and slimy, disgusting. So I use these 2. These are organic products by Bonide. So that's the brand name. one-eyed. And it's Captain Jack's. This is called Bait and Kill, and you can see all the things it's for. This says for vegetables, fruits, berries, ornamentals, shrubs, flowers. There's quite a few things. This one also says the same thing. They could be exactly the same. I mean, this says bug, slug, killer. This says slug magic. So this seems like it's just for slugs, but this actually has other bug items on it, so maybe you want to get that so it kills both slugs and bugs. However, I got them both. Actually, they work super well. I also use Captain Jack's Dead Bug, ready to use. This is liquid form, and it just kills all kinds of bugs. It's got a spray nozzle, and it just sprays on. Number 7, clean your clippers, your blowers, your weed eaters, lawnmowers, oil them, and get them cleaned up for the season. And make sure that everything is working properly. Blades sharp, a little bit of maintenance. Make sure your smaller tools get checked out too. Blowers, weed eaters, and hand clippers. They all matter. Get them fixed up, oiled, and cleaned up. Number 8, check your hoses for leaks and make sure that your drip systems are working properly. So I want to come under here, under my shed, and check the 10-fingered man and just make sure that everything is no drips, which the water is turned on. It's going through, no drips, drips, drips. Okay, not dripping anywhere. The ground is super dry. That's a good sign. So now I already have everything programmed from last year, so I'm just going to turn it on, and it is 128. Turn it on. On. Okay. This one is already turned on because I've been using it. Let's see, I think you just hold this one. Boom. Okay, everything is on. Check this one. It's on. Every time I get a new timer, they're all different and they all work different. Okay, that's on. And this last one. Let's see. Comes on at 6, it's 129. We're working good. Okay, perfect. So, and I also have them all labeled. English maple, I know where everything is. Fruit trees, the cistern, the South Garden 1 and 2, and Italian Garden. Okay, periodically I like to turn it on for, let's say 5 minutes, and let's see how it looks. See if it's working good. Good sign, I hear it coming on. Okay, look for drips in your hoses. All the way up to here, see if there's any drips. Down here. Okay, no leaks. Number 9, check your bird feeders and your bird baths and make sure they have no leaks and get them ready to go for the season. I used to have a critter that would knock this over all the time. So if you have critters, I would say get a bucket on the ground that they can drink from. So any kind of bucket, you can even get a dog dish. As far as bird feeders, I used to use this bird feeder. It's quite nice. I think it was probably $40 at Walmart. I like it because This fell down if you had like a squirrel, but it didn't really matter. They actually learned how to hook their feet into these holes, and even though it's pretty deep from the top, this is the best one I found, but I still found lots of critters that I really didn't want. So this is sort of in the shed, and I'm not really using it. Here's a pretty bird bath that I have in my Williamsburg garden. And we turned it over, and now I'm gonna fill it up. Number 10, get your hat, gloves, sunscreen, lotions, itch medicine, and get them all ready so that you are ready for that hot summer sun. As far as summertime fun, I use my sunscreen from Trader Joe's. Really like this, number 50. I use the Nature's Willow brand of pain relief in case I have some sort of a back pain or some sort of an ache. And then I have my own body butter that I use and make. I've torn through this pretty good. I use it just about every day. And here's the recipe that I use. And I just use a regular, this is ball jars, and I usually use the smallest, the shortest kind, so that you don't have to put your finger down too far. It's kind of greasy. And then as far as hats, Jeffrey likes the Amish hat and baseball cap style, and I like the floppy style hats. This one does have something to tie on in case it's very windy. So I really like that. And that one's just a regular floppy. It covers my neck and my face. So it really works well. You're gonna have a great season for planting this year. It's gonna be wonderful. You've got all these chores out of the way, and now you're ready for a good summer. So keep moving, keep gardening, and stay creative. And I'll see you next time.